Miss Vickers would like to have a quick word before the adventure begins.
I think there might be some confusion about our relationship. Let's say you do find these beings down there. You won't engage them. You won't talk to them. You will do nothing but report back to me.
Miss Vickers, is there an agenda that you're not telling us about?
The company paid $1 trillion to find this place. Had you raised the monies yourself, Mr. Holloway, we'd be pursuing your agenda. But you didn't. And that makes you an employee. Cheers.
Congratulations, by the way. Loved it.
Thank you.
You guys rocked out. Loved it today.
Fun, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, no, movies are always fun, but when you see something like this that's exceptional, it's even more fun. I mean, I love it to death. And you guys got a chance to work with someone who's legitimately redefined an entire genre. So what was it like?
Well, very special. I mean,
Amazing.
you know, you can't not be affected by the work that he's created in the past when you then step onto set for something like this. So it was a real honour and kind of like being a kid in a candy store in a way.
That sounds like a great job to have. And I like both the roles you guys choose because you guys never go the easy route.
No.
You always go. I like that. That's commendable. You always go hard. You never sell out.
I can't think of an actor who wants it easy. I mean, maybe that exists. I don't know. But I just can't imagine dedicating, sometimes 3, 4, 5 months of your life to something that is just easy.
Cruising through, yeah.
Right, exactly.
I would kill myself.
The challenge. It's
all
about the challenge.
Would you say you've been lucky then that you've gotten roles that are just so extraordinary and so meaty and pose a challenge where you can just shine?
I am a complete believer that you are only as good as the opportunities that are given to you. There are a lot of actors out there that are probably 10 times better than I am, but they just don't get the opportunities. So I'm always very aware and grateful for the chances and that directors take on me and the material that and characters they hand over to me.
It's a great breakdown. Speaking of breakdown, let's talk a little about Prometheus because there's a lot of people talking and saying a lot of different things. Like, is it a sequel? Is it a trilogy? Is it a part of Alien movies? In your own opinion, what is this?
Well, I mean, it's connected to that world, but I think to call it a prequel is to limit it, ultimately.
I agree.
I mean, the ideas behind it are fairly grand, and I think, it's about looking at something that hasn't been looked at before, from Ridley's point of view particularly as well. So, it stands on its own as a very specific sci-fi drama. But, as we say, it is connected to the alien world, there's no doubt about it.
Okay. I like the fact there's a lot of spiritual elements to that. Is that one of the things that turns you on about this? Because it sort of dives deep, but it doesn't hit you over the head.
Yeah, I mean, I think this subject bleeds just very naturally into a lot of that stuff. Spirituality, science, belief, your faith. It just feels like a very kind of organic thing for it to kind of spread through all of that.
Exploring humanity and the origins of humanity are obviously going to bring up questions of religion, spirituality, science, etc.
Yeah, I like that because this movie forces you to talk well after it's over, and that's always a good thing when you watch a movie. Now, I want to close out by asking each of you, what's one of your all-time favorite science fiction movies and why? Like, what's the one sci-fi movie you watched that you really dig, that you really love?
I absolutely loved District 9, but maybe that's because I'm from South Africa.
No, it's brilliant.
No, that's because it's a good movie. It really is a good movie.
I love it when it's just a great film. It doesn't feel like, you can't throw a label on it. It's a big blockbuster, yet it's the most prolific thing I've ever seen on apartheid ever. And you'd expect that kind of coming from like a little independent film.
Right, exactly, because the movie did sort of come out of nowhere, and it was fantastic.
That movie shocked me to the core. It made me think for days. I mean, I couldn't shake it.
And look, I'm a big fan of 2001, but obviously, there is Alien as well, which is so effective and so prominent in its time. So that's pretty special.
All right, very cool. I like this one a lot as well. So thank you very
Thanks
much.
very
Job
much.
well done.
No worries.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.